This is James Quick Killers, the Fighting Cowboy. You watching the RSR video email bag show with Bad Brad Berkeley. It's a knockout.
Hi, this is Ray Boom Boom Mancini, and you're watching RSR Video Email Bag Show with your host, Bad Brad. Now, at this point, Bad Brad wants, I'm going to say, forget about it, but I'm not going to say it because it's stupid. I mean, come on now. Brad, what are you doing? You think you're some half-assed wise guy or what? So I'm not saying it, okay? Forget about it. I'm not saying it.
Hi, this is Sean O'Grady. You're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad. Forget about it.
Hello, this is Jackie Lopez, and you are watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad.
This is Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, and you're watching the Ringside Report Video Email Bag Show with my main man, Bad Brad Berkeley. Forget about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report Web TV channel. Now, here's your host, the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing, Bad Brad Berkeley. Forget about it.
I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come.
Hey folks, if you saw my post on Facebook earlier today, you saw that I said, and I quote, I will be doing several shows this week because we got a lot of questions in. So, it's early afternoon here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's getting chilly. It's dropping down. I think it's in the 50s here today. One day it's 80, one day it's 50. Forget about it. But hey, it is what it is nonetheless. So, let's get into the business, and then let's get into your questions. First of all, I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. I picked up a couple. I know I just did a show the other day, but we picked up a couple more, which I can't say it enough. I appreciate each and every one of you. So hit that button and subscribe. And when you do, forget about it. You will have a chance to win. Excuse me. This great book, Welcome to the Big Time, the autobiography of Ernie the Acorn Shavers. And like I said, hit that button and subscribe, because when we hit 1,300 subscribers, we're going to give away this great book to one person from the United States or overseas. And as soon as we do, we got another contest and another one after that. And guess what? When you do subscribe, you're eligible for all future prizes. I've given away an autographed Mike Tyson book. I gave away the autobiography of Scott Ledoux. Okay, I gave away an autographed picture, personally autographed picture from James Quick Killers, the Fighting Cowboy. And we got other great prizes. So again, hit that button and subscribe. Now, if you want to be on my next show, send your questions in to Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. And leave a comment below on the show. I always interact with the viewers. I appreciate your comments. And as I always say, to get respect, you must show respect. That's all I ask. You don't have to agree with me. I don't want you to agree with me if you don't. All right? So, without further ado, forget about it. Let's get into your questions on this sunny but chilly day in Tulsa, Oklahoma. First up, excuse me, I feel like I hope I'm not getting a cold. Bad Brad, you nailed your pick that Wilder would stop Stiverne this time around, but were you at least surprised it came in the first round? After the fight, Wilder called out Joshua. How do you see this fight going? Rob T. from Owasso, Oklahoma. Oh, Owasso in the house. Forget about it. Okay, first of all, I did pick Wilder, as you said, to stop Stiverne, and I'm always honest on my show. I pull no punches. No, I was surprised. Excuse me. I better not be getting sick. I told you this dropping this weather might be making me sick. I already have a raspy enough voice. Yes, I was surprised that he destroyed him in the first round, but there was a couple factors. Stiverne didn't look great in his last fight, I think it was against Derek Rossi. He came in with a big gut. He didn't look good. I won't say overweight because there's no such thing really as overweight in the heavyweight division, but he didn't really come in tip-top shit. But all props to Deontay Wilder for doing what he needed to do, and he made an explosive statement by knocking him out in the first round. But before I give you my pick on Joshua, which I've already done in the previous show, but I'll give it to you again since you must not have seen it, and that's fine. Let's not go overboard with this Deontay Wilder is the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali garbage, because he's not. He's still fundamentally not a good fighter. Yes, he has cracking one-punch power, which keeps him in every fight that he's in. But if you were sold that he was popping his jab out a little bit, he finally realized he had a jab after, 38 fights? That was, his 39th fight, 39-0, with 38 KOs? Okay? Come on, forget about it. All right? I said before, I know Mark Miller's a great guy, but he needs to make an adjustment in training because obviously they're not getting that much out of him. But truthfully, I said this too before. I don't think you can get much more out of him. So, let's be honest. He was windmilling his punches to the point that if I put him in my front yard, and he windmilled, he could generate power from my whole house. I wouldn't have to do anything this winter, okay? Yeah, I could, it's gas for the heat, but if it was electric, hey, windmill Wilder would light up all the lights and keep my electric bill down to 0, forget about it. So, yes, he did what he needed to do, but he's still fundamentally not a good boxer. Now, again, before I get into the Joshua pick, I want to make one more point. This message is straight to you, Deontay Wilder. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I like you. I do. I don't think you're a fundamentally sound boxer. I don't. But you're winning, you're making good money, and you're providing for your daughter, and I can't, and that's where I'm going with this. And you're giving your daughter a good life. I respect you for that. I always said you were a good soundbite. But let's talk about soundbites. Deontay, you want a death on your, on your boxing record? No, you don't, pal. No, you don't. Ray Mancini didn't want the death of Dooku Kim on his boxing record. Wilfred Scipion, I believe it was, didn't want the death of Willie Clausen. I think it was Willie Clausen, Wilfred Scipion. I could be wrong there. Am I right with the Willie Clausen? Or was it Davey Boy Green? I might be wrong on that one. But definitely Ray Mancini and Dooku Kim. And also, let's not forget Benny the Kid Parit and Emil Griffith. And I think it was 1962. Nonetheless, it was in the early 60s. Emil did not want that death on his record. No fighter wants a death on his record, okay? And neither do you. I understand you're trying to sell a fight. You're pumped up. You were frustrated. But let's refrain from that. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt this one time that you truly didn't mean, even though you said you did, that you're just talking shit, okay? But that's off limits. I mean, come on. You're better than that. And if you continue with it, then you're not better than that. And then you know what? I'm going to lose all respect for you. And I don't think you truly meant it. So again, benefit of the doubt. Now, Rob T from Owasso, Oklahoma, you want to know, who do I think between Joshua and Deontay Wilder? I've said this many times. First of all, nobody be fooled that what Deontay Wilder did to Bermain Stervine in the first round he's going to do against Anthony Joshua. Can he knock Anthony Joshua out? He can knock anybody out if he lands that punch. Any freaking body on any given night gets popped on the chin or in the ear, and the equilibrium is off. Can go down, it can go out. But when he's windmilling those punches, Deontay will be windmilling. Anthony Joshua, who, contrary to what people are trying to say, has a better defense and you want to give him credit for, he's a fundamentally solid fighter. Yes, he's still growing. He's, 19-0? He's still young. He's still learning on the job. But when Deontay is windmilling, Anthony's going to come straight through with a left and a right, and it'll probably be a right hand that drops Deontay Wilder and probably keeps him down the campus. So I think Anthony Joshua is going to stop Deontay Wilder in the mid-rounds. Could Deontay Wilder stop him? Absolutely. One punch could end it all. But I think Anthony Joshua has more upside. I think he's getting better and better. And I think Deontay Wilder has peaked at the best he's going to be. So he will always have that power, and that's it. All right? So there's the answer to your question. And one more time, Deontay, get your shit in one sock. Okay, come on. You're better than that. Wishing a fighter to be dead on your record is a no-no. And if you know the fight I'm talking about, I don't think it was Wilfred Scipion, but I'm almost positive it was Willie Clausen. I can't remember the fighter that faced him, but it was in the 70s. No, it probably wasn't Wilfred Scipion. Whoever it was that faced him, if you remember, leave me a comment below. All right, next up is Bad Brad. God, I feel like I'm getting a cold here. I picked up your book, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime, and I noticed many of the old-timers you interviewed won 15 rounds to come back for championship fights. Do you think it will ever be reinstated? Tony P. from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York in the house. Forget about it. My old stomping grounds. Forget about it. Double forget about it. No, it's not coming back, Tony. I wish it would, because 13 through 15 were the championship rounds, and fighters like Mike Weaver wouldn't have been a champion if there wasn't 15. If you remember, he knocked out Big John Tate for the WBA Heavyweight Championship in 1980, and he was losing the whole fight. With seconds left, he knocked Tate out. Boom. Tate went down timber. It was all over. A lot of fights won and lost in the last couple rounds. Okay? But I don't think it's going to be reinstated. Should it be? Absolutely. But it won't be. The powers that be will not do it. All right? On that note, we will take a short commercial break.
Hi, everybody. I'm Al Bernstein, and you're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad.
Hi, fight fans. This is Steve Double S. Smoger, International Boxing Hall of Fame referee, class of 2015, and you are watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad. Enjoy.
This is Trey Lippy Morrison, and you're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show with Bad Brad. Forget about it.
This is Jesse Left Hook Cook, and you're watching the Ringside Report Video Email Bag Show with my good friend Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
Hi, this is Gregory Abbott. You're watching the RSR Video Email Bag Show, hosted by Bad Brad. Bringing you the latest developments in the world of boxing. Peace.
Hey folks, this is the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad Berkowitz. And I am the host of the RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report web TV channel. Now, if you want to advertise on my show, send your business inquiries to Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Or if you're on Facebook and we're Facebook friends, you can send me an instant message, or you can call the Ringside Report office at 703-517-2155. Forget about it. That's Pat Cooper. He's an Italian comedian that I was his guest in Atlantic City. We had dinner. Great guy. Tony Curtis over there. And then there's Frank Sinatra with my pal Ace Alanya, who owned the Italian Tribune.
Are we going to do a history lesson on these pictures, or are we going to shoot your video ad?
Excuse me. Did you not ask for a history lesson on these pictures?
No.
Oh, wrong person. Forget about it. That's right. We do have to shoot this book ad.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Here's the book. Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad Berkowitz. And if you want to pick up my book, go to authorhouse.com, which you will save a few fazools because you can buy it there wholesale, or you can pick it up at any retail outlet, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, online. Now, for the folks that always ask me, would I personally autograph your book? Yes, I will. Forget about it. All you have to do is pay postage and handling to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I will autograph your book with a description that you want or a description of what I put in there. Either way, I'm going to take care of you. And for all the people that have supported me over the years and picked up the book, I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, and as we always do, forget about it. Bad All right, out. Folks, we're now back. And if you went to Florida, or maybe you went to Punta Cana. I shouldn't say that because now Desi will be like, you said you was going to take me to... Why does she sound like Edith Bunker? She don't look nothing like Edith Bunker. And she doesn't even sound like Edith Bunker, but that's the voice that came out. Forget about it. I'm going to pay for this one, folks. But if you went to Punta Cana, where Steph wants to go on a vacation. Or if you went to, don't say it, Coffeeville, Kansas. Who the hell wants to go to Coffeeville, Kansas? And you forgot who I am? I'm the man with the fedora turned all the way up this time. And the pinky ring and the New York thing. Bad Brad Berkwood. Forget about it. And this is another RSR video email bag show on the Ringside Report. I'm going to cough again. Excuse me. On the Ringside Report web TV channel. Hey, but you see how I came back? Oh, this is off the top of my head, folks. This is all improvised. There's no rehearsals for this. People say, how do you do it? I don't know. It all comes from my head. It's all in my head. All right? Now, make sure you subscribe to the RSR web TV channel by hitting that button and subscribe. Now, let's get to the remainder of your questions today. Next up, Bad Brad. This Saturday night, Jarrell Miller takes on Maurice Wach. How do you see this fight going? John T. from Frankfurt, Germany. Oh, we had New Zealand last time. Now we got Frankfurt, Germany. Well, welcome to the show, pal. Jarrell Miller, tough fighter. Still learning on the job. Got nice cracking power. Maurice Wach, we know, is a former world title challenger. I believe it was got Wilfredo Gomez on my mind from the last show. He fought Sanchez, but that's not what it was. Vladimir Klitschko. I told you I got a lot in my mind. Vladimir Klitschko stopped him. Now, I'm going to be straight here, folks, and some people probably won't agree with me. There's a good chance that Miller could lose his first fight, depending on how Wach comes in there and lose a decision. I don't think he's going to stop Miller. But he could beat him on decision. He's definitely got the experience. He's fought the better level of competition. Now, he's been fighting for 12 years, Wach. So, you know, he's not in his prime anymore, obviously. And Miller is coming into his prime. So I see the fight going one of two ways, and I'll give you my final pick. Miller landing that punch and stopping him, like he did Gerald Washington. Or Wach winning decision. Wait for my final decision. I'm going with, believe it or not, Maurice Wach by decision. Wach, I'm probably saying it wrong. By hard-fought, close decision over Miller, giving him his first loss as a pro. Take that back to the gym, see what he did wrong, and become better. Now, with that said, don't bet the house on my pick, because whenever I go on record, I'm usually not correct. All right, last question of this show goes to Bad Brad. I watched an old show of yours where you lit up Antonio Marco Cheater, as you called him. Why is he still allowed to box again after cheating with loaded gloves? Jose G. from Albuquerque, New Mexico. What is the new name? Albuquerque, New Mexico. Welcome, Jose. Antonio Marco Cheater. Yes, he is a cheater, and he's a scumbag. He lowered his gloves, and he put a beating on Miguel Cotto that changed Miguel Cotto for the rest of his career. Looked like he went through a windshield at 100 miles an hour. Why is he in boxing? I'm going to throw one name out there, and I'm going to tell you why. Bobby Boy Aaron. Yeah, Bobby Boy. Because he's got a lot of fazools. And he wanted his cash cow, Manny Pacquiao, at the time to fight Antonio Marco Cheater, who he also promoted. So he paid whoever he paid, I'm sure, to get him his license reinstated. But he's a scumbag nonetheless, like Luis Risto. If you cheat, you're a scumbag. You're a loser. Okay? Cheating sucks. There's no reason to cheat. It's one thing with the Peds, which is bad enough. But then you load your gloves. Luis Risto against Irish Billy Collins on the undercard of Roberto Duran versus Davey Moore, when Duran won the WBA junior middleweight title, destroyed Davey Moore. And Luis Risto, because the padding was taken out of his gloves, destroyed Irish Billy Collins, who should have beat him easily. He ruined Billy Collins for life. He wound up dying from drinking, which was, I'm sure, part of that, and he was messed up. Okay? Marco Cheater has no business in boxing. But when you pay out fazools, I love this sport, folks, but it's dirty as hell. And everybody that loves the sport, you know it's dirty as hell. It's the way it is. We got bad judges. We got bad decisions because of the judges. And we have bad decisions because of some of the commissions. Marco Cheater should never been allowed to fight again. He is a first-class scumbag. Okay? But karma is a bitch, and I do believe in karma. And what happened? He tried to cheat against Shane Mosley. Shook at Shane Mosley. And they caught him. And they made him do it the right way. And Shane beat his ass from pillar to post. Destroyed him. And Miguel Cotto, a couple years later, as we know, got a rematch with Antonio Marco Cheater and kicked his ass from pillar to post. Forget about it. So Antonio, bafangu to you, you're a cheater, okay, and a scumbag. And I can't stand you because of it. All right, folks, very bluntly said, but I don't like cheaters. I respect every fighter that gets in the ring. That's why you see me in my Facebook forum always say, you'll never call a fighter a bum in my forum or around me. All right? I don't want to see any fighter who puts their life on the line and steps in the ring have somebody cheat against them. All right? And as we always do, that's another show in the can. Forget about it. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come. Man, I wish I could sing. I'd sing that line. But Deb said, will you stop singing? You're making my ears fall off. Oh, well, she doesn't. I said it again. And on that note, Bad Brad out.